So, guys, you're gonna have to listen pretty good. We're supposed to move this along. In case you don't know, I'm the old man from the city, Al Leibowitz, who's been here for many, many years. Don't mind my mask. The old man was 81 Wednesday. Had one inch of shots in the knees, but we're hanging in there. All right. First of all, I want to welcome. I can't believe it's such a nice crowd that we have that are here. I see a lot of people that play football. For myself, for John Burke, for Sinagra, for everyone that's here, for Howard Balkin, and a lot of people here that were students of mine when I was principal here at the Utrecht, as well as a health and phys ed teacher. So we like to welcome everyone. And like Mr. Ferranti says, we have to move along. The bottom line is that no one ever told me that I had to move along. That's the bottom line. And we're here for a reason, basically. And the reason we're here is to honor people that should be honored. So the bottom line is, if that game out there goes a little slower, it's too bad. That's the bottom line. We're here to take care of the people that are here, that took their time to come, that show up maybe once a year, and we never know who's going to be back, not be back. So we want to honor those people, as well as the guys that come just to come and say hello, which I think is great. I coach up at Byron Hills in high school in Westchester, and we won last night again. The bottom line is that football is a camaraderie thing that you can see that's here. This is what it is. There's no other sport in the world that brings people together like this. Believe me, I've been there, done that. I've been all over the place. Looking around and seeing the young ladies and seeing students that I had, and sometimes a little older ladies now, but they still look great, including my wife, 59 years. She's great. Remember, if you want to have a happy marriage, learn to say yes. Move ahead.
Too late.
Coach Leibowitz, according to Tom Ferranti, says I have to start with the script. And the script says we're going to move along in alphabetical order. Correct. And in alphabetical order, we're going to bring up first Robin Ames. Robin? Yes, sir.
Good morning. My name is Robert Lamont Ames. I'm here to present the first inductee into 2022 New Utrecht High School class. This person came, was with us, and was a coach here in the Utrecht from 1982 until 1994. He took the program that was unfortunately in a losing state to a winning state, and in 1984 he brought us to the B championship. And John Jay, unfortunately, took an L, but it was 6-0, but it was a close game. Again, in 1986, he kept the program in the right direction, and we lost a heartbreaker again in the championship to Erasmus, 14-12, literally in the closing seconds of that game. And a lot of people in this room today still feel that because it was something that was close to a lot of us. But he kept the program going in the right direction and brought us to the A Division in 1991. We got our first playoff win against crosstown rival Fort Hamilton. But again, in 1994, he decided that was it. He had taken the Utrecht as far as it was going to go with a record of 57, 49, and 4. He went on, retired for a minute, but decided to come back and took over at Xavier wearing a couple of different hats. He taught English, was assistant headmaster, and again brought the school to a championship as far as the football program. I want to present to you a man that was a mentor to me and probably many in this room, Coach Jan Burke.
I only write down a couple of words here because I know one over here, my wife will give me the look and as long as I keep it on the his, but whatever it is. I can't believe that I go back 40 years with Coach Sinagra when we started together, and it's unbelievable that it's been 40 years ago since we started. And I remember when I was in the other place, we didn't go to camp. This is my first camp experience. And we get up to camp, and it was only at Camp Monroe. And the guys want to know, how come we can't have bacon and eggs? What's going on? Well, let me tell you. Okay, and I told him. So anyway, we had this young lad on the team. I think, Peter, he just came over from Italy. He spoke Italian, little thin kid. First breakfast, he gets up. He comes down to breakfast. He's got these leather slippers, long pajamas, and a bathrobe tied here. And I said, oh, this is going to be an interesting camp. In fact, he was the highlight of the rookie show, I guess, after that. And then, of course, the times we were up there, and it was a challenge when the seniors got out there and tried to harass the younger guys. And I know Coach Fezzer was up in a tree waiting, and Coach Sinaga was down there, and I had to get up. Of course, I had the car there, I had to turn the lights on. And when we caught them, we made them run for 20 minutes, 25 minutes. We said, oh, now they'll go to sleep. I think we were the ones that lost the sleep. So I think there were so many things, the wins, the losses, the good times, the bad times. But I said, something like this and activities like this create memories. And memories are what brings back the realities that we live through. And those realities become more vivid, more alarming. And today, all the hugs I got today, doesn't matter. I'm not sick, and you're not sick, and I don't care. But those hugs were worth it. And those videos we sent, that was unbelievable. And I just hope over the period of time that we were there, that winning is important, programs are important. But I used to say that if people come through the program, and they're not better for having been coached by me, by Coach and Uncle, by Fezzer, by all the people, and I don't want to, I totally, I hate to mention names because then I always leave them out, but you know who you are, and I know who you are. And that's the kind of thing that's important. Are you any way better? And if you're not, if we let you down, then I failed. I don't care if we won a championship. But if you're not somehow better than you were before you started playing. And football, athletics in general, and this sounds like a cliche, but I think it's true. Athletics in general create things that approximate lives, okay? Hard work, dedication, loyalty, being able to accept defeat, being able to celebrate wins, being able to be humble, being able to be proud. And these are the things that go, and especially with football, because it's that team atmosphere and the camaraderie that goes along with that. I said, and again, I just hope that in that way, things were good. And I can remember going out, and we wound up, as Lamont said, we played against Xavier when I was still here, my boys, and my oldest guy. We were 1-1 going into the other one. My son Matt threw a 60-yard touchdown pass and beat us at Midwood Field. And my wife said when they left the house, that kid better not get hurt. So I said, well, let's back, coach. What's going on here? So anyway, we had some great times there. And I have to thank my wife because she says, I hope you enjoy doing this. Because now she's home, we had 7 kids, and she's doing all kinds of things that I'm not there. And then I get here, and of course I use the excuse, I need the extra job. We got these kids in school. That's what I do. She says, yeah, right. Yeah. But then I says, you can do a night school here. It's 2 nights a week. So I finish practice 6 o'clock, I run upstairs. Then you have to wear a shirt and tie, and I get upstairs 2 nights a week. Then I taught summer school. Summer school ended in 15th of August, 16th, we're going to camp. And it was great. It was a great experience. We lived not too far from here in Central Park, and we were there. So, I just hope that I like Corey Davis. That's Thank you. It's great. Oh, this is somebody's parents.
That was one of the best things I ever did was hiring John Perkins. And the only problem I had, he was an English teacher. And I'm a Brooklyn guy that still lives Brooklyn East. So every time I went to see him, I had to watch my language. But I loved him. He was great. All right, I know this guy that's been inducted because I'm inducting him. I have to tell you, there's a young man in this program that I got to know a couple of years ago very, very well when we first got together for homecoming. And he is like a dynamite, a spitfire, the type of guy that just goes out, and when you get in touch with him, it's done before you finish a text or before you finish an email. And he was a student when I was a principal here, and he was playing football. He was a solid two-way lineman. He made the big 44, and in case you guys didn't know, many of our guys made the big 44, only because I started it. He's a strong leader among all of our guys here. He has a love for everything in the Utrecht. I hate reading, because reading is not me. I never read. I want to talk from my heart because he's such a terrific guy, such a wonderful person, and cares about the school, the program, everything. And he was a major force in starting the Hall of Fame. A couple of years ago, when I used to come, I met Tom, and he said, "Coach, maybe we could get together and do it." I said, "Tom, I have enough things to do." He said, "No, maybe we could do it." He was unbelievable. And as a result, this is what we have. We have a regular Hall of Fame at homecoming because of Tom Ferrante. Not only is he a major force, but in his spare time, he loves his hike. He's a Boy Scout leader, goes with his two sons, wears a uniform, which I can't believe. He wears a uniform, enjoys coming back to the old neighborhood when he lived only 2 blocks from here. And I remember when he was a kid, he used to listen and by the field and say, "I'm going to come back when I grow up, when I get older, and play football for the Utrecht," which happened. So it is my pleasure, and actually my honor and pleasure, and for a proud young man who I find to be outstanding, Tom Ferrante.
Thank everybody for coming. This is an incredible outcome today. I'm just thrilled about it. I just want to let everybody know that this is something that I didn't expect, something that I wasn't looking for. I didn't really want this. It's not like it's not the way I'm wired. You deserve it. But I got in. There's a Hall of Famers vote. The reason why I got it's not like the regular process. The Hall of Famers themselves are able to just select someone. Other than that, we have a full process with nominations and all different types of votes. We have 27 guys on the board. So, with that said, I'm honored and I truly appreciate it. I feel a little bit out of place up here, especially since this room is filled with the Utrecht legends.
Hey, you're legends. Don't feel out of place. Don't ever say that.
Guys,
once a you, always a you.
Yeah. So, legends, guys that played before me, guys that even played after me. I just want to mention when I joined the team in '86, I was lucky to become teammates with a great group of guys. There was guys that I idolized on the team. They were great leaders, great captains. They took me under their wing. They saw that I worked hard. They appreciated it. And I learned from them, and I took that with me, and I tried to be like that when I was a captain, when I got older. And there's some people in the room, or some people in general, that I really want to mention, guys that played with me, before me. One of the first guys I want to mention is here today, George Pardo. He was our leader in '86. He'll definitely be up here soon. He definitely deserves it. Pound for pound, probably the best high school player or ball player that I ever played with or seen. He hit like a truck at safety. Great quarterback. Coach Sinagra would always say the quarterbacks were wimps, but he always made mention, except for George. And that's one thing that I'll always remember. John Healy, linebacker. It was like a brick wall linebacker. Vince Wicki, I'm never going to forget your 4 sacks in the championship game. Vidal, St. Hilaire, Recchia, Hauk, Baker, Alvarado, Mowat, Paul Patrinicola, rest in peace. My partner in crime, James Sinagra. Yes, another Sinagra. My co-captain, thank you for making me a better player. I had to strive. to get to your level, to be at the Sinagra standard, and it was great playing with you my 3 years on the team. I'm going to almost be done. And there's guys that played right before me, legends that I was just told stories about, and I always, kept that with me. Hargett, Vesicchio, Speedy, James Abruzzese, Rob Gentile, Talercio, Mastingi. These are guys that I was just always told about that I always remember. And there's two guys that I gotta mention that when I think about Utrecht, they're the epitome. When I talk about bleeding green, these are the guys I think of: Lamont Ames and Rob Fezzer. Unbelievable captains, great leaders, way ahead of their age back then, and I learned a lot from them, and they impacted my life. I was also blessed to have two incredible coaches, Burke and Sinagra. Were they tough? Yeah, they were tough. We went through hell in practice. It brought us together as a team. We learned discipline. I even want to ask Coach Sinagra if you want to take my son Stephen for a couple of weeks. Teach him some discipline. I appreciate it. But it made us stronger, and I wouldn't give that back for anything. I want to thank the Hall of Fame committee. Thank all the people that helped out with this: Gary, Sal Sebelia, Ray Kane. And there's one last thing I want to mention. Today's a special day. It's the birthday of one of my childhood friends who passed right before my senior season. He would be 52 today, and I just want to say this just for you, T.